With a relatively low labor cost, producers are able to produce a lot more, as labor is easily acquired and cheap in China, thus permitting them to improve exports. This leads to an increase in aggregate demand and thus growth in China. Labor is cheap compared to other countries. Multinational corporations, otherwise known as MNCs, and other companies would want to set up factories in China, and people would invest in China as they would find it a good investment, thus leading to an increase in aggregate demand and growth in China. In addition, it will be easier to find employment for people. Therefore, there will be low unemployment rates, thus benefiting consumers, as it is easier to find a job and the government need not intervene. In order to lower the high inflation rate present in China, one could choose to increase the domestic interest rate in a bid to control prices through the monetary policy. This can be done by raising the cost of borrowing, as well as curbing lending in the country by raising the amount of cash banks must hold in their reserves. By doing so, less yuan is applied to the country, hence driving interest rate up. We also recommend to increase China's growth. To raise the domestic demand for China's growth, it is possible to make use of the exchange rate policy to appreciate its yuan by buying its currency from the currency market. This ensures that the cost of production will be low and exports will thrive. However, this is only of help in the short run. In the long run, it will hurt China's economy, and the only solution to stimulate domestic demand will then be to ease on their monetary policy to boost consumption. For China, curbing high inflation rate at the moment is their top priority. Hence, usage of monetary policy will be continued to lower inflation rate, which reduces growth, and at the same time, using exchange rate policy to promote growth in the short run. The undervalued yuan, coupled with the large labor market, permits China to possess a large comparative advantage in labor-intensive industries. This makes it more attractive for multinational corporations, otherwise known as MNCs, to set up their base due to lower cost of production. In addition, this allows China to gain a lot of foreign direct investments, thus resulting in an increase in real national income. However, this denies other countries such as America and other developing countries of much needed revenue to generate jobs in their respective economies. In recent years, China has been appreciating their yuan. However, this will cause China to experience a fall in foreign direct investments, and the growth of the economy would not be as significant. On the other hand, the appreciating yuan permits China to tackle the high rates of inflation prevalent in China presently, and this can be analyzed through cost-push inflation as well as demand-pull inflation. For cost-push inflation, the cost of production would fall, and the short-run aggregate supply would rise, thus causing a fall in general price levels, and this will in turn keep inflation under control. Appreciating yuan would affect demand-pull inflation to a larger extent, as it helps to lower domestic consumption as well as investment. Import expenditure would rise, while export revenue would fall. Being components of aggregate demand, this will lead to a fall in the aggregate demand curve, thus causing a fall in general price levels, which in turn keeps inflation under control and helps to lower the high inflation rates that are prevalent in China. These of the policies are to lower high rate of inflation caused by demand pull factors and to maintain high growth rate through other means. Thus, we recommend that the focus of these policies be on increasing productive capacity and lowering cost of production. By taking into account these two factors, China can achieve both a decrease in general price level and an increase in real national income through two methods. Firstly, we could increase education standards to produce a more highly skilled workforce. This can increase the quality of the goods and services produced by China. Secondly, we could negotiate treaties with countries with raw materials, such as lowering import tariffs to obtain them at a lower price. However, these measures may cause an increase in unemployment since agricultural and mining industries lose importance in the economy and cause a widening income inequality. Therefore, we propose that subsidies are given to citizens to improve their skills to contribute to the workforce, with the amount given dependent on their income. Also, we could limit the amount of foreign talent so as to minimize competition for jobs in the economy.